Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ting?
I'm good.
Good. And Ming Nok, Sin Chao Ming Nok.
Yes, hello, teacher.
How are you, Ming Nok?
Um, Extremely well.
You're extremely well. That's great. That's great. Adverb, Ming Nok. Extremely. Very good. Okay. And Chung Hu, Sin
Yeah,
Chao Chung Hu. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Okay. So, very shortly, I will just very quickly look at the homework. Okay, for those of you who did the homework. Ming Nok, have you got any question for me about the homework?
Yes, I have no question. I have just had it on last night.
Okay, I saw that and I replied to you. Have you seen my reply, Ming Nok?
I think I'm gonna check the notice.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I replied to you earlier today. All right, and Chung Hu, do you have any question for me about the homework?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. So we will take a look at that very shortly. I'll just wait to see if anyone else is going to join us today. Um, Chung Hu, how is the weather in Hanoi this morning?
It's a bit cold
It's a bit
here.
cold. Good English, Chung Hu. It's a bit cold. A bit cold. Okay. Is it raining or sunny today?
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy. Okay, but no rain so far.
Yeah, no rain.
Okay, good, Chung Hu. Your English conversation is getting better all the time. That's good. Ming Nok.
Yes.
Ming Nok, what is one thing you have done this week?
I think that this week I have nothing to I not too proud myself to tell, but if I had to choose, I think that I could make a gift that I give it to my mother in International Women's Days.
All right. Yes, International Women's Day was yesterday. Is that right?
Yes, and I have not finished her present before, like it's
Okay.
yes, really
What,
early,
what,
and I gave it to
yeah?
her.
What is the present?
Oh, it's just a simple handmade present which is contain the tulips let
Hmm.
inside a glass box, and I think it's kind of simple, but I put all my love into it.
Of course, Maynard. I think those are the best presents. Best presents. More than money can buy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understood
Because
it.
because those presents they come from the heart.
Yes.
Come from the heart, not from your pocket. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, they are the best presents. Ones that you make for someone. I think they are always the best. Better than money ones. Yeah. So good reply. Oh, by the way, Mingdok, if nothing has happened this week, you can just say, I have nothing to report. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understood it.
Okay, I have nothing to report this week means nothing to tell you about.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Okay, Ting, what about you?
Yes.
What is one thing you have done this week, Ting?
I have the test yesterday.
Yes? What sort of test? What subject?
I think it's all in one.
Sorry, what subject?
I think it's all in one test.
You mean all the subjects?
Yeah, because the test is have math, literature, and science.
Maths, literature, and science. Okay, so three subjects. Okay, so was it hard or not hard?
I think math is easy,
Uh-huh.
literature is medium, and
Science.
science is the hard.
Okay, science is the hardest. Science is the hardest. Okay, all right. Have you got your score yet?
Come on.
I think it's
Đây làm
7
gì ấy, học
to
bài à?
10 days
Mẹ bảo đây làm bài à?
after test.
Sorry,
Lấy
sorry,
đồ.
Chung Hu. Can you turn your microphone off, please, Chung Hu?
Oh, right.
Thank you. Yes, go on, Ting.
I think 7 to 10 days after the test.
All right, 7 to 10 days. Okay, hope you get a good score, Ting. Huang Ang, xin chào Huang Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Huang Ang?
I'm feeling a little bit tired today.
A little bit tired. Okay, I know it's still a little bit early in the morning for you guys, but glad you could make the class. Okay. Ming Nok, can you turn your camera on, please?
I think today is my internet connection is kind of bad, so I can turn it on, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry. All right, and I will just wait for one more minute, see if anyone else can join us. Huang Ang. Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is one thing you have done this week, Huang Ang, or one thing that has happened to you?
Um, I haven't slept like too much on the Friday, and
Mm,
I was just trying to sleep on a class, and
mm.
somehow I slept on my hands, and after waking up, I just felt like it was broken.
Right. Okay. Sounds very uncomfortable. Is that right, Huang Ang?
Yeah, very.
Very uncomfortable. Okay. Okay. You must be very tired. Okay, everyone, I think it's after 10 o'clock, so we will get started. So welcome to the class today. Thank you for joining me. First thing I'm going to do just very quickly is to look at the homework. Just very quickly, for those of you who have done the homework, I'll just have a quick look here. Here it is. Chung Hu, can you see the homework?
Yeah, I can.
Good. All right. So everyone, this is the model answer. You will see what it does. There is a little bit in this paragraph that talks about each bar of the bar graph. In other words, there's a little bit that talks about local fixed line, a little bit that talks about national and international fixed line, and a little bit that talks about mobile calls. So when you are doing an overview, okay, you have to mention all parts of the graph, all three parts of the graph. So, for example, Ming Nok. Ming Nok, can you hear me? Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Teacher, can you
Okay,
hear me now?
I can hear you now, Ming Nok. Okay. So Huang Ang, you can see what is this part of the graph called? What is this called? Begins with P. P.
This is called what the fuck is this?
Um, what's this here
Uh,
where it has reached its highest point? The highest point of a graph is called what? Huang Ang?
oh my God, I forgot this. Sorry.
You forgot. Okay, Ming Nok.
Yes.
What is the highest part of the graph called?
It's called peak.
Correct. Or remember it is a noun, Ming Nok, so it's called the peak.
Yes.
Okay, because it's a noun, needs to have an article in front of it. So everyone, you can see here, this is just a very quick description of the graph. And for the overview paragraph, this is all you have to do. So you can see local fixed line calls, it gradually or steadily increased, reached a peak halfway through the period, and then decreased or declined or fell. Does that make sense? Ting?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see here, looking at this part of the bar graph here, it climbed reached a peak and then fell. Okay, the next one, which is national and international fixed line calls. This one here. What happened to it? Huang Ang, what happens?
It just steadily go up.
Correct. Steadily went up. Remember, past tense. Steadily went up. Correct. Okay. And Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Mobile calls, which of course is the black one. What happened with mobile calls during the period?
It started to increase from time to time.
Yeah, it increased all the time, didn't it? In fact, here you can see it increased quickly or rapidly or fast, okay? You can see mobile calls increased very quickly at this part of time. So that is all you need to say in the overview paragraph, but you need to say either a phrase or a sentence about each part of the graph. Does that make sense, Mignok? Okay, can't hear you again. Huang Ang, does this make sense to you?
Teacher, I'm
It
here.
does.
Okay. Sorry, Mignok, is your internet a little bit slow?
Yes, it's kind of unstable.
Okay. All right. So I hope this makes sense to everyone. All right. You can see in your overview paragraph, which is always the second paragraph of your answer, always the second paragraph. Okay. You need to have just a brief description of what happens with each part of the graph. Are there any questions about that? Okay. If there are any questions, as always, please let me know. Nok Ling, Chao Gorn.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nok Ling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And Fong Duk Ang, how are you?
Good, teacher.
Okay. Good. So you might have heard I was just describing the homework, okay? The homework answer. Remember, you must describe in your overview what happens to each part of the graph, but your description is very short, okay? Goes up, goes down, stays the same, goes up rapidly, goes down rapidly, just something like that, but you must describe each part of the graph. Okay, what we're going to do today, everyone, we're going to focus on speaking. We're going to focus on speaking part 2. Speaking part 2 is where you have to talk for how long, Nok Ling? Do you know? In speaking part 2.
2 minutes.
Correct. Very good, Nok Ling. Everyone, you have to talk for 2 minutes. Okay, a lot of people find this very difficult, and it is hard, not easy to talk for 2 minutes on a subject you have just been given. Can be quite difficult. Anyway, we're going to introduce part 2 speaking for you today. But first of all, before we start that, let's look at, remember we've been looking at grammar mistakes the last few weeks. So let's look, everyone, at the next grammar mistake. Fong Duk Ang, can you see the screen that says mistake number 4?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, everyone. Actually, just stop that for a moment. I will need to make sure you are going to hear it. Okay, now you should be able to hear it. All right, everyone, please listen to and watch the video. Thank you.
Right, mistake number 4. Let's see if you can spot it.
I like living in a village more because there are less people here, at least compared to London.
Interesting. Me too. I like living in a village more. So this is what they said. And this is what they should have said. I like living in a village more because there are fewer people here, at least compared to London. Not less people, fewer people, because here we use less with uncountable nouns, right? But if the noun, like people, is countable, you can count people, right? One person, two people, three people. If you can count them, then it's fewer. There are fewer people here. Okay? So less with uncountable nouns like water, air, coffee, traffic. You can't count them. Fewer with countable nouns like people, cars, cups of coffee. You can count those. Okay? So this is the key to correcting this mistake is when you're practicing and thinking about it, just think, can I count this, right? If it's rice, you can't count rice. Rice? Two rice? No. You can count grains of rice, but not rice. So it's less rice. But if you're counting grains of rice, then fewer grains of rice. The other thing to do is generally memorize the most common confusions. And I think the three common ones are it should be fewer people, fewer cars, fewer tasks, because all of these are countable. If you solve this problem, you'll make fewer mistakes. Got it? Let's move on.
Okay, everyone. So what he's talking about, just to make it clear, is when you use the word less and when you use the word fewer. Okay, so you use less with uncountable nouns and fewer when you are talking about countable nouns. I'm going to just send you an explanation now in chat, everyone. Okay, the difference, I'm sure most of you know this already, but the difference between countable and uncountable nouns.
Right, mistake number 5, and this is a tricky one.
Whoops, sorry. Just stop him for a moment. Okay, in chat, everyone. Pungduk ang, pungduk ang.
Yes.
Can you please read what I have sent you in chat, please?
Okay. Uncountable nouns refer to things that cannot be counted individually and often represent substance or abstract concepts, while countable nouns refer to items that can be counted as individual units.
Okay, so that's quite a formal and complicated definition, but it's actually easier than that when you get used to it. So now I'm going to ask you, Laduk Ang, Chao Gon. How are you, Laduk Ang? Can you hear me, Laduk Ang?
Yes.
How are you, Laduk Ang?
I just woke up.
You just woke up, a little bit tired. Okay, welcome to class. All right, everyone, I'm going to give you a noun. Okay, I'm going to give you a noun. You tell me if it's countable or uncountable. Okay. Ting.
Yes.
Is water countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Correct. Ming Nok.
Yes.
Books.
Countable.
Correct. Chung Hu.
Yeah,
Apples.
countable.
Correct. Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Music.
I think that is uncountable.
Correct. Nok Ling.
Yes.
Cars.
Countable.
Correct. Fong Duk Ang.
Yes,
Advice. Advice.
uncountable.
Correct. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Information
Uncountable.
is correct. Ting.
Yes.
Houses. Houses.
House, countable.
Correct. Meng Nok.
Yes.
Ideas. Ideas.
It's uncountable.
Ideas are countable.
Oh,
Okay, you can count ideas.
yes.
Okay, you can. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu. Knowledge. Knowledge.
Is uncountable.
Correct. Huang Ang.
Yes.
Cats. Cats.
I think that is countable.
Correct. Nok Ling.
Yes.
Bottles. Bottles.
Countable.
Correct. Fung Duk Ang.
Yes.
Rice. Rice
Uncountable.
is correct. And Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Chairs. Chairs
Countable.
is correct. Okay, everyone understands countable, uncountable nouns. Not difficult. That's good. So what you just have to try and remember is that you use the word less with uncountable nouns, and you use the word fewer with countable nouns. So, for example, you talk about less water, less music, less advice. He gave me less information. Okay, these are all uncountable nouns, and you use the word less with them. But for countable nouns, you use the word fewer. So you say fewer books, fewer apples, fewer cars, fewer dogs. Hanoi has fewer houses than Ho Chi Minh City. He has fewer ideas than she does. Okay, Meng Nok?
Yes.
So ideas is countable, okay? Not uncount. You can count ideas, like one idea, two ideas, three ideas. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understood it.
Good.
I think its idea is kind of something uncountable, like
It does, yeah.
advice.
It's a little bit tricky, but just think, can you say one idea or two ideas? Yes, you can.
Yes.
But you can't say one information or two information. Doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
information is uncountable. So yeah, some of them you have to think a little bit about. Others are very simple. Okay, so just remember, you use the word less with uncountable nouns and fewer with countable nouns. Okay,
Yes.
so that's the end of that. Thank you, Ming Nok. Thank you, everyone. Okay, by the way, many native speakers also get this incorrect. All right. What we're going to do now is a little bit of speaking practice. Who joined the class on time, we're going to concentrate on part 2 speaking today. Part 2 speaking. But first of all, just a little bit of practice on part 1. Lock Ling, can you see the video on your screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, what is the question, Knockling?
The question is, what do you do when it gets too hot in the summer?
Okay, good. All right, everyone. So let's listen and hear how the student answered this question. Then I will ask some of you the same question. Everyone, so watch and listen to this.
When it gets too hot in the summer? hide. I tend to also, go into any kind of buildings with air conditioning, and I have the fan on every night when it's really hot. So yeah, when it gets really hot in the summer, I really need a lot of like fans and kind of just anything I can hold with me when I go out as well.
At what time of
Okay, just show you her answer once again, okay? Because she makes a little bit of a joke at the beginning.
Summer before it gets too hot, I just love a little bit.
year? What's your
Hang on, okay.
Before it gets too hot, I just love a little bit of vitamin D, and it makes me happier as well. So that is definitely better than the winter.
What do you do when it gets too hot in the summer?
Hide. I tend to also,
Okay, Ting, did you hear what the word she said was at the start of her answer? Ting?
Yes.
Did you hear what word she said at the start of her answer?
No.
Okay, it is this word here. Okay, she said, everyone.
Hide.
Can you see the word Ting? Here.
It's hide.
Hide, hide. Okay, everyone, remember, have to be careful to pronounce the last consonant, which is the D sound. Otherwise, in English, it doesn't make sense. It means your pronunciation is not good. Okay, Ting, can you say hide, please?
Hide.
Hide, hide.
Hide.
Good. Ming Nok.
Hide.
Good. Chung Hu.
Hide.
Hide. Need to hear the
Hide.
D. Good. I have to hear the D, the last consonant, for it to make sense in English. Wang Ang.
Hide.
Great. Nok Ling.
Hide.
Fung Duk Ang.
Hide.
Le Duk Ang.
Yes.
Yes, this word here, Le Duk Ang.
Hide.
Good. Hide. Okay. Hide. So she makes a joke at the beginning of her answer. Okay. What do you do when it gets too hot in summer? She laughs and she says, "Oh, I hide." Okay. It's too hot. All right. So for these tests, it's okay to laugh and make a bit of a joke. All right. That will, if you do it correctly, it will help you get a better score. You don't have to be serious all the time. Remember, this is just a test. Ielts speaking is just a test of communication. And when you communicate properly, people, you maybe sometimes sound angry, you sound sad, sometimes you make a joke, you laugh. All right? So it is just a test of natural communication. So you don't have to treat every answer like it is a serious essay question. Just talk like you would naturally. All right. Ting,
Yes.
what do you do when it gets too hot in the summer?
About in the summer, if it's hotter, I will stay at home and open the air condition.
Okay, I will turn on
I will
the
turn
air.
on.
Okay, turn on the air condition. Good. Actually, I'll just play you everyone the rest of her answer to give you an idea.
I go into any kind of buildings with air conditioning, and I have the fan on every night when it's really hot. So yeah, when it gets really hot in the summer, I really need a lot of like fans and kind of just anything I can hold with me when I go out as well.
Okay. Ming Nok. Can you hear me, Ming Nok?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do, Ming Nok, when it gets too hot in the summer?
Definitely I would hide into the air conditioner because I think it's the best solution for a hot summer, that when the air is really cool and fresh and I can feel the freshness in my own room.
Okay, good. So just the beginning of your sentence, Menok, you said definitely I will hide into the air conditioner, which doesn't make sense. Okay,
Yes.
I will hide into the air conditioner. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Can you correct that, Menok? What did you mean to say?
I would. I know the idea, but I think I misspelled it. I think it's like stay in room with air
Yeah.
conditioner. Yes.
Good. So definitely I would hide inside my room with the air conditioner is
Yes.
how you would say it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I have just realized that how
Yes,
silly it is.
that's right. You hide in your room, not in the air conditioner.
Yes.
That would be a bit difficult. Okay. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
what do you do when it gets too hot in summer, Chung Hu?
Um, I will just stay at my home and turn on my air conditioning.
Sorry, and turn your air conditioning.
Air
What is,
conditioning, yeah.
yeah,
No,
turn your air
like,
conditioning on.
yeah, turn my air conditioning on while getting a cup of cold water.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's better. Okay, everyone. Next question. Okay. Next question.
At what time of year do you normally go on holiday?
I try to go outside of the school holiday season, but because I have kids, we tend to have to go during, when there's term breaks, when the school breaks. But my favorite time of going away would be during Christmas, because I much prefer to be in a warmer climate when it's really, really cold. So yeah, it's just that time before or after Christmas.
Okay, so she was talking about she likes to go away before or after Christmas. Okay. Huang Ang. Huang Ang,
Yes.
what time of year do you normally go on holiday?
Well, honestly, for me, every time in the year is my holidays. I went like I went playing for that. I went playing for that at the spring. I went well with my friends all the summer and all the winter, all the oh my God, I messed up.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Huang Ang, the good part about what you are doing is that you sound very natural, Huang Ang. Okay? That's good. You speak very naturally, very normally, which is good. Which is good. So, everyone, if you listen to the way Huang Ang is speaking, he is speaking just like he is having a normal conversation. All right. So, that's good, Huang Ang. The bad part is some of your answer didn't make sense. All right. So, what you need to say, this is what I think you are saying. You are saying, I usually go on holiday at the end of the year. Sometimes I go with my friends, sometimes I go by myself. Is that what you were trying to say, Huang Ang?
I think yeah.
Okay, so that's how you need to say it. So the way you are speaking is great, Huang Ang. Okay, sounds very natural, very conversational, but some of your sentences still a little bit confused. Nok Ling,
Yes.
what time of year do you usually go on holiday?
I usually have holiday in summertime when I'm free from school. It's the only time that I can relax, and summer is a suitable time to go to the beach with my family and travel to the new place.
Okay, good. Knockling, very good answer. Okay, very good. So for you, Knockling, I just need you to relax a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay, just relax those. So the words you are saying, okay, are all great. Perfect. Okay, good English. Now just need to get you used to relaxing a little bit more. So try to forget that you are talking to me, the teacher, and just imagine like you are talking to one of your family or one of your friends. Okay?
Yes.
So something like, oh, I really like going on holiday at summer. That's the only time I can go because that's when I'm off school. But that is the time I can really relax. Does
Yes.
that make sense, Knockling? Okay, it's trying to make it sound more natural, okay, and not too formal. So that will help you get a better score. Okay, everyone, one more of these. Let's look at the next question.
Have you ever been on holiday somewhere very cold?
Yes, I love Norway. You know, it was amazing. It was just everything was like a picture perfect postcard. You know, you could see the fields in the distance and the what do you call them, icebergs. It was an experience, you know, and to ride the husky sled, you know, was also an amazing experience for me.
Okay, so Knockling,
Yes.
just come back to you for a moment. By the way, Phung Duk Ang and Le Duk Ang, going to ask you next, by the way. Knockling, did you hear how she laughed in the middle of her answer?
Yes, very
Okay,
nice.
yeah, very natural. Okay, so and that's what you should aim for. Everyone, not just Knockling, everyone. You know, it's okay to laugh during your answer. It's okay to smile. It shows you are relaxed, very natural. Does that make sense, Knockling?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the sort of thing to do. So please don't think you have to be too formal with these answers. Of course, you have to use correct English, but try to talk just like you were talking to someone you know very well. Thank you, Knockling. Phong Dok Ang.
Sau khi thống nhất lại
Yes.
rồi, bởi vì cái này
Have you ever
cái phần đơn
been
giá với các thứ
somewhere
chắc là
that is
khả năng
very
là sẽ phải thống nhất
cold?
của tất cả 10 nhiệm vụ ở trong đấy của. Vâng, vâng.
I think
Như bọn em trước đây thì đang lấy là
when
30 ạ. Thì không biết là năm nay là thế nào.
I would definitely go in Sapa and it is like
Vâng, bộ
it's
mình
like
vẫn đang
you
theo
in
thông tư đấy thì vẫn đang là 30 của.
is you in somewhere in
Không
improvement.
sao đâu cô, cái
No,
đấy sau
is
căn cái
they
đơn giá
have
sau ạ. Vâng, vâng.
they had
Với cả
ice
đây là tăng
and
cái
the water is freezing, so I can
chờ rồi Viện Lâm nghiệp hướng dẫn thì nó thống nhất cái đơn giá cho cả 10 nhiệm vụ đấy cô.
have to use the hot water to drink it.
Okay.
Nó vẫn theo tôi.
Sorry, Phong Dok Ang, a little bit hard to hear. I can hear maybe is your mum talking at the same time.
Có chứ cô, nó vẫn theo
Yeah,
ạ. Nó vẫn theo cái hệ
they
số
have a
luôn cô.
code.
Tức là nó cho cái hệ số
Okay,
của
a
thành
little
viên
bit
thành.
hard to understand. Sorry, Phung Duk Ang. Just remember, everyone, sometimes they might ask you a question where this is something you have never done, never experienced. Have you been somewhere cold? Maybe you've never been anywhere cold. Okay, how do you answer this question? You say, I've never been anywhere cold, but I would like to go somewhere where there is snow, like Japan in winter, or maybe a country that has ice, because I would really like to touch snow and see how it feels. Okay, so that is how you answer the question. So you can say, no, I've never been there or I've never done that, but I would like to go to this place which is cold. Okay, so as long as you give some answer to the question, that is okay. Le Doc Ang.
Yes.
Have you ever been anywhere that is cold?
No, I haven't. I haven't got a chance. Haven't got a chance to go to somewhere that is cold. I would like to go it. Would like to go somewhere like Sapa. Is the weather there is cold, especially in the winter. It is like it's the best season to go to Sapa
Okay.
in Vietnam. Yes.
Yeah. Good answer, Le Duc Ang. Okay, good answer. So you said no, but I would like to go to Sapa where it is cold in the winter. Okay, so Le Duc Ang, your words are good. All right, but you need to speak a little bit faster. Okay. Okay, Le Duc Ang.
Okay.
Okay, you need to be, otherwise you won't get a good score for fluency. Fluency means you are talking at a normal speed without too many pauses or too many gaps. So your words, Ladok Ang, are fine, but you need to practice speaking more fluently. Okay, everyone, that's the end of our part 1 questions for today. Now, we are going to go on to speaking part 2. Huang Ang.
Yes.
Okay, can you please read the first sentence here?
Uh, you receive a cue card with the main topic and 4 bullet points. You have 1 minute to prepare your answer, then you need to speak for 2 minutes.
Good, very good. Good reading, Huang Ang. Okay, you receive a cue card. Okay, cue card. Cue card just means this is the card with the question on it. Cue card, cue card. With a topic, 4 bullet points, you have 1 minute to think about your answer and you have to speak for 2 minutes. Nok Ling,
Yes.
what are you judged on? Nok Ling?
We are judged on fluency, coherency, lexical resource, grammar, and pronunciation.
Okay, this word here is pronounced coherence. Can you say that, please, Nok Ling? Coherence.
Coherence.
Good. Okay. The end of the word is pronounced just like the C is pronounced like an S, like an S. Okay. So it's pronounced coherence. Okay. So you are judged on these 5 things. Fluency, as I was just saying before to Ladok Ang, fluency just means, are you talking at a normal speed without stopping too much? Just like you would talk in Vietnamese. Are you talking at a normal speed without stopping? Coherence is a more formal word. It just means, does your answer make sense? Does your answer make sense? Meng Nok.
Yes.
Okay, your answer before about getting into the air conditioning wasn't coherent. Okay,
Yes.
all right. So it didn't make sense. All right. Coherence means, is your answer making sense? Lexical resource, I think I've mentioned this before. All this means is vocabulary, words. Okay, are you using a good range of words? That's what lexical resource means. That's all it means. And grammar and pronunciation, of course, you know what they mean. So those are the things you are judged on. Fluency, can you speak without stopping? Coherence, does your answer make sense? Are you using a good range of vocabulary and grammar and pronunciations? Okay, why do students find part 2 of the speaking test difficult? Ting, what is the first reason? Ting.
Yes.
Why do students find part 2 of the speaking test difficult? What is the first reason?
Students run out of things to say by the time they get to bullet point 4.
Correct. Okay, 2 minutes is quite a long time to speak. Okay, and often students will run out of things to say after about 1 minute. That's one thing that makes it difficult. Okay, and the second reason, students get stuck on one or more of the bullet points. All right, so here's an example, everyone, of a cue card. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, can you please read the example, Chung Hu?
For example, describe an interesting movie you've been to see. You should say what genre the movie was, where was it set, what was it about, and explain why you found it interesting.
Good, thank you, Chung Hu. Okay, so you can see, everyone, 4 bullet points. You will always get 4 bullet. Each one of these is called a bullet point. Okay, so what are the problems with this question? Okay, the first problem is, what does this word here is pronounced genre? What does that mean? Okay, maybe you've never seen this word before. Okay, and you're thinking, what does that mean? Okay, what genre the movie was? I'll explain this in a moment. Okay. All right. Next question, the next bullet point. What was the movie about? Okay. A lot of students will think, oh, I can't think of more than 2 sentences of what the movie was about. The last bullet point, explain why you found it interesting. Okay. Maybe the movie you saw actually was very boring and you went to sleep, so you can't remember much about it. Okay, so these are the sort of problems you might have with a question. Okay, let's look at these individually. First of all, genre. Genre. Huang Ang,
Yes.
do you have any idea what genre means?
Genre is the mean. Genre means is like I think it has a synonym with type.
Correct. Very good, Huang An. Genre, everyone, is a French word, just means what type of movie was it? Okay. Was it comedy? Was it romance? Was it horror? Okay. Was it drama? Okay. What type? So genre is just a French word that means type, often used when you're talking about movies in English. They will often say, what genre is that movie? Or what genre is that book? Okay. Is it mystery? Is it a murder? Okay. That's all it means. What type? Ledok Ang. Ledok Ang.
Yes,
What does genre mean, Ledok Ang?
something like type.
Correct. Good. You've been listening. Thank you, Ledok Ang. Okay, so everyone, I want you to pay close attention to this. This is what have I highlighted here? Knockling, Knockling,
The secret?
the secret. Everyone, this is the secret to answering part 2 speaking questions. All right. Ming Nok,
Yes.
can you read what the secret is, please?
Yes. The secret is you don't have to speak about all 4 bullet points. Speak about them if you want, but you don't have to. They are guidelines only.
Good. And this part, please, Ming Nok.
The bullet points are there to help, but you don't have to follow them.
Correct. Okay, so everyone, this is the secret to answering this question. You don't have to answer all the bullet points. You don't have to answer them in this order. Okay, you can make your own bullet points. All right. All you do have to do, you have to answer this question. Describe an interesting movie you've been to see. These are just suggestions. Okay, they're quite useful suggestions, but the problem is, okay, if you just talk about these bullet points, you very quickly run out of something to say. All right, so let's look at an example. Harry Potter. Okay, I'm thinking most of you have seen a Harry Potter movie sometimes. So, what genre is Harry Potter? What type? Okay, well, it's a kind of magic children's movie. Okay, where was
No,
it
I don't.
set?
I don't think that's children movie
Okay,
because
what is it? What is it?
there's absolutely violence in that movie.
There's violence in the movie.
Yeah, it inclusive.
Yeah, it does a bit, I suppose. What genre would you say, Wang Ang?
I would say it's a bit action and a fantasy genre.
Okay, very good. Action and fantasy. Very good. Okay, you're correct. So, if I was to talk about Harry Potter, what genre the movie is? Action and fantasy. Where was it set? It's set in Britain somewhere. Okay, what was it about? Well, I can talk for a little bit about that. Okay, it's about these young people. okay, who go to the school where they learn all about magic and becoming wizards. Okay, explain why you found it interesting. Well, maybe you like the story, okay, because it's a bit of an adventure and you like the things that happen and you like the characters. All right, but you will often find that maybe after 1 minute you have answered all these questions. Then what do you talk about for the next minute? Well, the secret is you make your own bullet points. So, for example, you might think of a favorite Harry Potter movie, because there are several of them. You might think of a favorite scene in the Harry Potter movie or a favorite character, and you spend the rest of your 1 minute talking about that. Huang Ang, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so if you run out of things to say, once you have described these, you need to think of something else, such as a favorite scene, a favorite part of the movie, a favorite character. Okay, something that you really enjoyed about the movie. Maybe something it reminded you of. There are lots and lots of different things you could say about a Harry Potter movie, okay, besides what is listed here. So everyone, this is the secret, okay, is to talk for 2 minutes. Sometimes you will need to make your own bullet points. And this is what you do in the 1 minute you have to prepare. So you do have to think quickly. You do have to think quickly. You would need to, in your 1 minute, look at these bullet points, think, are these useful or not? Yes, maybe a couple of them are, but I would also like to talk about this. So often the easiest way is to tell a story. Ming nok.
Yes.
I remember we have done this some time ago, Ming nok.
Yes.
Okay, telling story. I still remember the story you told me about the missing wallet. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, very interesting story. You talked about what happened to you when you thought you had lost your wallet. Okay, you told a whole story. That was easy to fill up 2 minutes. Very easy. Tell the
Yes.
story of that. So often, everyone, okay, it is much easier to talk, give us stories. So you might talk about the time that you went to see a Harry Potter movie with your friends or with your family, and what it was like inside the movie theater, and what your friends and family thought of the movie too. These are all different ways to help you fill in 2 minutes if these aren't enough. Leduk Ang, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So remember, the secret is you don't have to speak about all the bullet points. Speak about them if you want, but they are guidelines only. And often, to talk for more than 1 minute, if you want to talk for 2 minutes, you will have to think of your own bullet points, which you will write down in the minute you have to prepare so that you can talk about them. Okay. What we're going to do now, everyone, we're going to look at this person doing part 2 of the speaking test. All right? Hang on a moment. Just need to find the right place in the video for you. Right, going to share with you in just a moment, everyone. Okay.
So now we're going to move on to part 2 of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a cue card. You'll have 1 minute to read the cue card and prepare your answer. Feel free to make any notes during that 1 minute. At the end of the 1 minute, I'll let you know, and I'll ask you to speak for up to 2 minutes. Is that all clear?
Of course.
Okay. Here is your cue card. And I'll start the 1 minute preparation time. Here's a pen if you want to make any notes.
Okay, everyone. So you can see the cue card on your screen. Phong Dok Ang. Phong Dok Ang.
Yes.
What is the first bullet point? Phong Dok Ang. What is the first bullet point?
The first bullet point is what the job was.
Good, thank you. Ting.
Yes.
What is the second bullet point?
Second is when you did it.
Good. Ledok Ang.
Yes.
What is the third bullet point?
What you liked about it.
Great. And Huang Ang.
Yes.
What is the last bullet point?
I think the last bullet point is explain how you felt when doing that job.
Okay, correct. Good, everyone. So you understand. So these are the 4 bullet points. You can see here already, it's not going to take very long to answer these first 3 bullet points. Okay, you can give very short answers to these bullet points, and you will still have more than 1.5 minutes to talk. So here is an example. Talk about a job you enjoy doing, okay, where you're going to have to make your own bullet points. So now we will see what this student did, how she answered this question. So at the moment, of course, she is doing her preparation time. When you can make notes for yourself.
So please speak for up to 2 minutes on this topic, please.
Okay, so a job that I really enjoyed is being a speaker and a storyteller. And I love doing this job now because when I was growing up, I love writing little stories and just connecting with people and having conversations. But I never thought that I could become a speaker one day. I started my career, in STEM, and then ventured through 16 different industries because I didn't really know where in the world of work I fitted into. But eventually I realized that all this became really useful for me to gain all the skills that I needed, in communication, and brought it all together in a field that I was deeply passionate about. That allowed me to channel what I really love about my work and a topic that I love, to make a difference in people's lives. And being a speaker is the perfect place to do this because you could influence people's thoughts and inspire positivity in people's lives, which is something that you could do in other places, but the impact is so much more immediate, and you are affecting people in such a big way and affecting a bigger audience as well whilst you're doing it. And this is something that I'm very lucky to be able to do now. And I don't take it for granted and know that the journey for me to get here has been really long, but I'm deeply grateful for being given this opportunity. And why I like it also is that to be able to connect with people in a topic that is so personal about mental health and well-being, where in some way or other, we're all struggling in life. But
Thank you very much. That's the end of...
Okay, so everyone, you can hear this. This is a band 9 student, by the way. She gets a perfect score. All right, so you can hear straight away how fluent she is. All right, she doesn't have many gaps or pauses in her talking. But don't worry about that for the moment. The first thing you need to concentrate on is being able to talk for 2 minutes. That's the first thing. So we will do this in small steps. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of her talk, okay? And we're going to look at the card, and we're going to see how many of the bullet points she actually paid attention to.
Move on to part 2 of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a cue card. You'll have 1 minute to read the cue card and prepare your answer. Feel free to make any notes during that 1 minute. At the end of the 1 minute, I'll let you know, and I'll ask you to speak for up to 2 minutes. Is that all clear?
Of course.
Okay. Here is your cue card. And I'll start the 1 minute preparation time. Here's a pen if you want to make any notes.
Okay, so talk about a job you enjoyed doing. Say what the job was, when you did it, what you liked about it. Explain how you felt when doing that job. Okay, let's go ahead just a wee bit. All right, everyone, I want you to listen now. Tell me about the job that she enjoys doing, okay? Listen to what she says.
For up to 2 minutes on this topic, please.
Okay, so a job that I really enjoyed is being a speaker and a storyteller. And I love doing this job now because when I was growing up, I love writing little stories and just connecting with people and having conversations.
Okay, so Ledok Ang.
Yes.
What is the job she's talking about, Ledok Ang?
No way. I was washing my hands.
Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Phong Dok Ang.
Yes.
What was the job she is talking about?
She's talking about is speaker and writing level.
Okay, speaker and something else. Speaker and something else.
No, lover, teller. I love teller.
Close. Thank you, Phong Dok Ang. Nok Ling.
Yes,
What is the job she's talking about?
she's talking about speaker and storyteller.
Storyteller. Good. Okay. Sounds like a bit of a strange job to me, but doesn't matter. That's what she's chosen. So everyone, the job she was chosen is speaker and storyteller. Okay. She likes to tell stories. She likes speaking. All right. Huang Ang.
Yes.
Okay. Just go back to her card here. Okay, so she did say what the job is. Did she answer this question, Wang Ang? Did she say when she did it?
I think she didn't say it.
No, she didn't. Okay, she didn't say when she did it. Wang Ang, did she answer this question? What did she like about it?
Yeah, I think she did.
She did. And did she answer this bullet point, Wang Ang?
I can't remember the last part, so I guess she did it.
I think she did. She talked a lot. Okay, most of it was about how she felt when she was doing that job. So this is an example where the person, okay, they haven't used all the bullet points. Okay, they use this one. Of course, you have to say what the job is. All right. She didn't say when she did it. Okay, except that she said she used to like talking when she was a child. Right? But she talked about what she liked about speaking and explain how she felt. She liked helping people, was what she was talking about. So she didn't answer this bit, and it doesn't matter. So she got the top score, 100%, and she didn't answer all the bullet points. So she just focused on the ones that she felt she could tell the best story about. So the main thing I want you to remember, everyone, from this lesson, the secret to answering part 2 is you don't have to answer all the bullet points. You do have to talk for 2 minutes, so you make your own. And maybe you talk about some more than others. But if you miss out 2 or even 3 of these, doesn't matter. Okay? as long as you talk about the main subject. Chung Hu, what is the main subject of this test? Chung Hu?
Speaking.
What is the
I'm
main,
seeing
what is the main thing that she has to talk about?
like speaking. My
No,
Wi-Fi
what,
was
yeah,
very
what,
bad, so
yeah.
it's hard for me to hear.
Sorry, Chung Hu. What is this? What is the thing? What is the question she must answer? Here,
Like talk
here.
about job that you enjoy doing.
Correct. Okay, that is the only thing you must answer. Okay, the rest of this is just suggestions, but this is the question you must answer. Talk about a job that you enjoy doing. Okay, can be any job. Okay, can be any job. Doesn't have to be a job you get money for. Okay, maybe you like helping your grandmother, all right, when she's on her farm and she's helping to sort through some vegetables or something like that, or getting food ready for everyone to eat. That is still a job. So remember, job isn't something you have to get paid for. Can be anything. Can be anything. Okay, so again, like I say, the secret is yes, you must answer this question, but the rest are just guidelines. Right, what we're going to do for the rest of the class. Okay, still got half an hour left. Let's have a look at this. Okay, just go very quickly through some of this. We've already talked about what the examiner is looking for. Okay, fluency, coherence. Does it make sense? Okay, so Ming Nok,
Yes.
let us just summarize what we have discussed so far. Please read number 1 for me, Ming Nok.
Number one, make sure you always talk about the main topic.
Great. Ping.
Number 2 is pick the bullet point you feel comfortable talking about.
Great. Chung Hu, number 3, please.
Ignore the rest.
Ignore the rest, okay? Pick the bullet points you feel comfortable or you like, ignore the rest. Okay. Huang Ang, number 4.
Number 4 is choose all the things related to the topic that you feel comfortable talking about, such as introducing the topic, providing details about the topic, giving examples, telling a personal story, state how you feel about it. PPV, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
Um,
PPF. I'll explain that in just a moment.
Anything else you feel comfortable about relating to the topic.
Okay, good. All right. So PPF, by the way, everyone, some of you might have heard of this. Okay. It is a strategy that some teachers, some English teachers, say is a good idea. I don't think it's such a good idea anymore. PPF stands for past, present, and future. So when you are given a topic, you try to talk about something that maybe you have done in the past, then you talk about something you've done in the present, then you talk about something for the future. So an example, talking about a job, for example, you might talk about a job you did in the past, you talk about a job you are doing now, and you talk about the sort of job you'd like to do in the future. Okay, I don't recommend PPF because it is very easy to run out of things to say using that system. PPF you can't use with every topic. Okay, much better, okay, to use these things, to give examples, tell us personal story, and talk about how you feel about something. How do you feel about a job that you once did? How do you feel about a movie that you saw? How do you feel about Harry Potter? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think it was silly? Did you think it was realistic? Would you like to be Harry Potter? Okay, all these things you can talk about. Oops, seem to have lost the shared window, I think. Sorry, everyone, my computer is just playing up a little bit. Knockling, what can you see on your screen at the moment, Knockling?
I can see widen your vocabulary and learn how to use.
Okay, you can see that. All right, everyone. Don't want you to see that. Okay. Sorry, everyone. I just need to get the document back that we were looking at. Which I'm just doing at the moment. Okay, Knockling, can you see the document that says your Part 2 strategy on it?
No, I don't see it.
You don't see it. Okay. So everyone, just having a little bit of a problem with my computer here for a moment. Right, Knockling, what can you see now on your screen, Knockling?
I can see your screen with many apps.
Mini apps. Okay. All right. You shouldn't be able to see many apps. Can you see the one that says Part 2 strategy?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'll try again. Okay, what can you see now, Knockling?
I can see the document, your Part 2 strategy.
Excellent. Okay, everyone. Sorry about that. My computer had a bit of a meltdown. Maybe it's getting too hot. Okay, everyone. So what I want you to do now, okay, everyone, is look at this example cue card. Huang Ang,
Yes.
can you read it for me, please?
Uh, Describe something you own which is very important to you. You should say where you got it, say how long you had it, say what you use it for, and say why it is important to you.
Okay, everyone. So I want you all quickly to prepare for me, okay, a short talk on this. It's going to be for just 1 minute, everyone, just for 1 minute. That's all I want you to talk. So describe something you own which is very important to you. Phong dok ang. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Describe something you own which is very important. Okay. Now, you can use these bullet points or you can use your own. Remember, these bullet points are guidelines. Okay, everyone. So I'm just giving you a minute to prepare for this. I want you to talk for 1 minute. Ting.
Yes.
Okay, Ting, you will go first, okay, shortly, all right? Ting, Ming Nok, Chung Hu, Huang Ang, Not Ling, Fung Duk Ang, Le Duk Ang. Okay, that is the order. So I just want you just to talk, just for 1 minute, not 2 minutes, everyone. Something you own which is very important to you. All right, so you can use these bullet points, but remember they are just guidelines. You can make your own bullet points. Ting, are you almost ready?
Yes, I think I am ready.
Okay, please start, Ting. Whenever you're ready, please start.
Wait.
Actually, sorry, Ting, I will just start my timer, okay? For 1 minute. Okay, are you ready, Ting?
Yes.
Okay, please start.
Okay, so I will talk about something I think I I have owned when what I think is important for me. It is my mobile phone. It's my mobile phone. I buy it in the phone store, and I use it for about 9 months. Always usually it to from study or relax or something I think is crazy. I think it's important because it is it is help me from many things. And
Okay, that's almost 1 minute, Ting. Okay, almost 1 minute. All right. So you can see, Ting, quite hard to talk for 2 minutes, isn't it? Just using those bullet points. So first thing, Ting, I will say to you, when you start your talk, okay, just start straight away talking about your mobile phone. Okay, you don't need to say, I'm going to talk about something I own, which is very important to me. I'm going to talk about my mobile phone. Okay, you don't need to say that. Just say, I want to tell you about my mobile phone. Does that make sense, Ting?
okay.
Okay, that's how you start. I want to tell you about my mobile phone. To make your talk a little bit longer, Ting, what you would need to do is give some examples of how you use it or when you use it. Okay? We'll talk more about this later. Nok Ling.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready, Nok Ling?
Mm,
Sorry, I changed the order a little bit. Are you ready to talk or not?
yes.
Okay, or not? Doesn't matter, Nok Ling. If you're not ready, I'll give you a little bit more time.
I think I need more time to prepare.
Okay, just a little bit more time. Remember, if this was the test, you only get 1 minute. All right. Ming Nok.
Yes,
Okay, are you ready, Ming Nok?
I think I'm ready now.
Great. 1 minute starting from now, Ming Nok.
So I have many things that which mean really important in my life, but if I can choose one, I would choose the friendship bracelet, which I made with my childhood friend. We have been friends since we were like, I don't know, I think it's about 2 or 3, and we have accompanied together from primary school to secondary school. So there is a day that we are joining workshop together, and we carefully chose the charms together, which is always remind me about our favorite moments when we're together and like how long have we been together. So there is the time that I feel kind of terrified when I have to hang out with her, and then I find that I'm not sure, but I thought I forgot it when we.
Okay, thank you, Mingnock. 1 minute. Okay, so very good, Mingnock. Very good. So everyone, you will hear that Mingnock started to tell a story about how she used this bracelet, okay, that she got from her childhood friend. Okay, she started to tell a story. Makes it much easier to talk for 2 minutes. Good, Mingnock. Good introduction too. Chung Hu, are you ready?
Yeah, I think now.
Okay. All right. You have 1 minute, Chung Hu, starting from now.
Um, wait, hold on, teacher. Hold on. What is the topic again?
Oh, the topic is in front of you, Chung Hu.
Um,
Something you own which is very important to you.
oh, right, all right. So I'm going to talk about my uh pencil sharpener. So basically, it's like a summer afternoon when I go home after a long day. I found a pencil sharpener broken. That's laying on the ground, and somehow turn out it can still be used. So I decided to bring it home and fix it. Um,
Yeah, and then what happened, Chung Hu? So
uh,
you started very well, Chung Hu. Okay, you start to tell a story. So you decided to bring it home and fix it. So then you need to describe what did you need to do to fix it. Okay, and then what did you do with it? Does that make sense, Chung Hu?
yeah.
Okay, that is sad. So keep telling the story so you can talk for 1 or 2 minutes. That's what you need to do. Okay, Wang Ang.
Okay.
Are you ready, Wang Ang?
I guess.
Okay, I'm sure you are. You have 1 minute, Wang Ang, starting from now, please.
Today I want to talk about my phone that I got it from my father after completing the 10th grade exam. I found this pretty useful because I can use it to communicate with my friends. I can use it to receive homeworks from my teachers, and I can also take up a variety of hobbies with this too. Um, I only own it for like a half a year, so I guess its stability is pretty fine. And I and of course I found this phone pretty important because it sticks with all of my actions of the daily habits of my life.
Okay, that's 50 seconds, Wang Ang. Okay, only 50 seconds. So how do we make this story longer, Wang Ang?
I think I should make an example of how it really makes me.
Yes, there is an example. Let me give you a suggestion, Huang Ang. So you told me this is good, by the way, Huang Ang. What you did is pretty good, but just a little bit short. You talked about at the beginning that your father gave it to you after your 10th grade exams. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me more about that, Huang Ang, at the beginning.
Oh.
Okay, so um, whose idea was it to give you the phone for your 10th grade exams?
It was my father.
Okay, so what happened? What did your father say to you?
He said if I get to a 10th grade with a score of 40 and more, he will give me a phone.
Great. Okay, so straight away you are telling a story, Wang Ang, about your phone. Does this make sense?
Yes,
So
it does.
you can start off by saying, okay, the thing I want to talk about that's very important is my mobile phone. When I was in the 10th grade, my father came to me one day and he said, Huang Ang, if you get a certain score in these exams, I will give you a mobile phone. How did you feel, Huang Ang, when he said that?
I feel pretty excited and a little bit of nervous too.
Great. Okay. I felt pretty excited and a little bit nervous too. Did it make you try harder? Did it make you study harder?
Um, actually, it barely does anything to me. Very deep.
Okay. So it didn't make any difference. Is that right, Huang Ang?
Yes,
So
yes,
it didn't make you try harder, but you did feel a bit excited and a bit nervous. Okay. So talk about that. This is all part of the story, part of the introduction. Does this make sense, Huang Ang?
I understand now.
So instead of just talking about, well, my mobile phone is a Samsung and I've had it since I was in the 10th grade and I use it for messaging my friends and to look on YouTube, okay? They are all okay, but all right, it doesn't take very long to talk about those. Much more interesting and much more easy to talk about is the story behind how you got the phone. Does that make sense, Wang Ang?
Understand.
Okay, so you were still talking about the phone. You were still answering the question, but you are now making your own bullet points. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay, so easily you could spend 30, 40 seconds introducing how you got the mobile phone. Yeah. When I was in the 10th grade, my father came to me one day and he said, okay, I want you to get a certain score in the exam. If you get the score, I will give you a mobile phone. I was pretty excited and a bit nervous when he told me this, but it didn't make any difference to me in the exam because I wanted to do well anyway. But it was a great present from him, and I really enjoyed getting it. The phone that he bought me was an Apple iPhone. See what I mean, Huang Ang?
I do.
Okay, see how easy it is for me to talk about this, and it's not even my story, it's your story. Okay, much easier than just talking about what your phone can do. Okay, that is how you
Yeah.
answer these questions. Hope that makes sense. Okay, Nok Ling,
Yes.
are you ready now, Nok Ling? Yep. I hope so. You've had plenty of time.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, you have 1 minute, Nok Ling, starting from now.
There are many important things of my life, but I think the most important is my bookshelf. Um, Reading is my cup of tea. When I was 6 years old, um, when I could spell the word, I started collecting books. Um, my parents realized and they encouraged me to read more books to widen my knowledge. Um, at that time, they often take me to the bookstore and brought many books. Um, my bookshelf include many kinds of books like um, horror books, comedy books, but the most uh, prevalent books is classic literature books. Some
Okay, thank you. That is 1 minute already, Nok Ling. Okay, good. So that's good. You talked about books in general. What would maybe make it a little bit easier for you and maybe more interesting is to pick do you have a favorite book, Nok Ling?
yes,
Okay, what is it?
I think it's The Godfather.
Great. Okay. And could you tell me a little bit about the story of The Godfather? If you had to, could you tell me a little bit about it?
The Godfather is about the mafia life.
Great. Okay, that's fine, Nokle. Okay, so this is how you fill up the rest of your talk. Okay, so
Yes.
you don't need to say things about I have many books in my bookcase. I mean, you can say that, of course, but it is much easier for you to talk about an example of your favorite book,
Yes.
The Godfather. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so something that I own many precious things, but the thing that I really like is books. You know, books are my cup of tea. I have many books. Some my parents gave me, but my favorite book is The Godfather. The Godfather is about, and you tell the story of the Godfather a little bit, and then you say why you like it. Okay? And then it is easy, very easy to talk for 2 minutes without doing much thinking because you already know this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Nok Ling. Fong Dok Ang,
Yes.
thank you for waiting patiently. Fong Dok Ang, are you ready?
Yes. Ready.
Okay, Fong Dok, you have 1 minute. Fong Dok Ang, starting from now, please.
So, um, there uh something I have is important is my eyeglasses. You can see in my face, it's problem in my face. But at first I didn't need that. I think it's 1 or 2 years ago. I go into hospital. I went to the hospital uh to check my eyes, and the doctor said I have a nearsight. So I have to wear these glasses. So basically my eyeglasses are a wearable associate, but in my case, it's medical device that have I see. And I don't know how it's work, but I think they adjust the light before it enter
Okay, Fong
my
Dok
eye.
Ang. Fong Dok Ang, good. That's 1 minute already. Good. So you're telling a story. That's great, Fong Dok Ang. Okay,
Yeah.
so you described to me how you got your eyeglasses. Okay, very interesting. Okay, how they help you see. Okay, that's good, Fong Dok Ang. Could you have talked for longer, Fong Dok Ang?
I think it's 30 second more.
30 seconds. So to make it for 1 minute more, um, you could talk about maybe the different things that
Uh,
glasses help you with. Maybe talk about, some of the disadvantages of
yeah,
having
yeah,
glasses.
I will say the function of glasses,
Yeah,
and when I use it, I don't use
okay.
it.
Yeah, and maybe talk again, give some example of a time when it helped you, or maybe a time when it was a disadvantage. Maybe,
Yeah,
for
well,
example, when it rains, hard to see because
uh,
you get rain on them. Or maybe if you try to play sport, can be difficult because you don't want to damage them. Does that make sense?
yes,
So giving examples of how you use the eyeglasses is always a very good way to help you fill up time. Thank you, Fong Dok Ang. Okay, Le Dok Ang.
Yes.
Thank you for being patient, Le Dok Ang. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute starting from now.
So today I will talk about something is very important to me, and maybe for some people it's important too. Is the computer. So the first computer was bought by my dad, and also the others from then to now on, still bought by him. And the computer were contains a lot of my documents, apps for studying, and my personal information. So, and next, computer bring me pleasure, like listening to music, play games with friends. Also, the computer supports a larger range for
Okay, thank you, Laduk Ang.
like
Okay, thank you. That's 1 minute already. Good. So to make it more interesting and longer, talk about you listen to music. Okay, what music? Give some examples.
many type of music.
Okay, but you give example. For example, you
Pop
talk about
music, top music.
you play games with friends. All right. What games? What is your favorite game? How often do you play this game? How does this game work? How do you win? Does that make sense, Dok Ang?
Yes.
This is how you make your speech, your talk longer, okay, and make it easier for yourself. Okay, I know that many young people, they can talk for a long time about their favorite game or favorite music. You can say, how does the game work? Why you like it so much? How you go from one level to another level, all those sorts of things. They are all relevant to the question. So what I'm saying, everyone, I will stop the share with you now if I can. Okay, so what I'm saying, everyone, is the easiest way to make your talk easier for you, okay, and to be able to talk for 2 minutes is to think of some examples or stories about the thing you are talking about. Mobile phone. What do you use your mobile phone for? What is your favorite app? How does that app work? Okay, your favorite book, Nok Ling. All right, that kind of thing. Tell the story of your favorite book. You are still talking about something that is important to you. And of course, you know the story well, so easy to talk about. Okay, you don't have to make lots of notes. Okay, Nok Ling, is that right?
Yes.
You don't need to make lots of notes about the story of the Godfather. You know the story of the Godfather, don't you? And you
Yes.
can tell me. You can just tell me the story of the Godfather. You don't need to write it down. Okay? This is how you make this thing easy for you. Leduk Ang, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, you talk about, computers, laptops, the different things you use them for. For example, my favorite game is, this is what I play with my friends. This is how it works. Okay?
Because
Very
it's too
easy.
many, have too many things to say
That's
about.
right. That's right, which
I
is
don't
good
know.
because then you have to just, but that's better than having nothing to talk about. Okay? So you just pick one thing. All right. So see who remembers this. We're going to finish now, everyone, by the way. Ting, Ting.
Yes.
Thank you for waiting patiently, Ting. I know it's a long time since you gave your talk. Can you remember what is the secret to answering part 2, Ting? Can you remember?
The secret is idea.
Something to do with the bullet points, Ting. What is it? Can you remember?
Uh, sorry, I don't remember.
Okay, Ming Nok.
Yes,
Ming Nok, what is the secret of answering part 2?
is that we don't have to follow the bullet points.
Correct. You don't have to follow the bullet points. Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to follow the bullet points. What do you do instead? You don't have
Um,
to follow the bullet points. So what do you do instead?
I think do go with your own bullet points.
You go with your own bullet points. You make your own. Very good, Chang
Yeah.
Hu. And Huang Ang,
Yes.
what can you do to make your talk easier for yourself? What
Um,
can you tell? You can tell what? Tell
I think I should expand my bullet points or give an example.
give an example and tell a story. Okay? Like the story of how your dad gave you a phone in 10th grade. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay? That's how you tell a story, use examples, make your own bullet points. All right, that's the end of the lesson, everyone. Thank you for coming for today. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Hope you enjoy the rest of today. There is no homework this week, by the way. No home. I'm going to be away all week. My brother, I have a brother who lives in America, is coming to visit this week, and also my sister. So we are going to travel a little bit this week around New Zealand. So I won't have time to mark homework. So don't worry about any homework for this week. But as usual, any questions you have, please ask me or Mrs. Ha. So I hope you all have a great week, everyone. I will see you next Sunday. Tam be it, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
teacher.
Have a good week. Okay? Bye-bye. Chào em, Mrs. Ha.
Oh, sorry, teacher. I didn't notice. Okay.